These 7 girls actually look identical, although they live together, but all 7 share one identity. When one of them is away from home, the other 6 must hide at home. If their secret is discovered, there will be an endless hunt for them. Because of genetic mutations in the future world, multiples are being born. The world's population grows by leaps and bounds. In order to solve the problem of overpopulation, they're forcing the extra children into hibernation. When the population problem is solved, they will be unfrozen. There are also a lot of checkpoints on the streets. Everyone had to wear an identity bracelet to get through. When the 7 sisters were first born, the mother had sadly passed away. Grandfather bribed the doctor. They were all brought home secretly, as there were exactly 7 of them, so Grandpa made it a rule that they were allowed to go out 7 days a week. Only one of them was allowed to go out each day. He also secretly modified the children's bracelet chips. He created a new identity for the 7 children. Every day when they came home, they would tell the others what had happened that day. On this day, the 4th child, who liked to be mischievous, sneaked out to play. He accidentally broke a finger. In order to keep the story from getting out, he had to cut off the other sisters' fingers too. Time passed quickly and the 7 sisters were already 30 years old. Grandpa had already passed away. They were tired of living as prisoners. Each of them wanted a life of their own. It's Monday. The eldest sister has put on her makeup and leaves for work. He works as a bank manager. There was a very important promotion campaign today. Just then a man walks into the lift. He was her rival. As he left, he made a sinister remark. "I already know your secret." That night, Big Sister didn't come home until late. The location of the bracelet disappeared too. They knew Big Sister must have had an accident if she didn't return in time. The eldest of the septuplets has suddenly disappeared. The sisters prepare to send the second sister out to look for the eldest sister. When they arrive at the office, colleagues congratulated the second sister. Only then did she realize that Big Sister had been promoted yesterday. In the evening to celebrate, Big Sister went to a bar. When she reached the staircase, her rival made a strange smile at her. Second sister knew that Big Sister's disappearance must be related to him. At the end of the night, second sister came to the bar. She found out from the owner, Big Sister had been drinking too much and had a fight with him. Just as she was about to return, 2 men from the fertility bureau took her away by force. Second sister met the director of fertility. She already knew the secret of the 7 sisters and rebuked the second sister that they had taken up too many resources over the years. Then she ordered her men to finish off the second sister. By nightfall, 3 mysterious men came to the door of the 7 sisters' house. They opened the door in a special way. The sisters had sensed the danger. They hid inside the secret door. What was surprising was that the 3 mysterious men knew the location of the secret door. The sisters thought there was nowhere to go. Little did they know that Lao Su would sneak up on them from the other side. After a struggle, the sisters killed all 3 mystery men, but old 7 was unfortunately shot in the head. He died in the secret room. Only 4 of the 7 sisters were left. Then the 3rd sister decided to go out and look for clues. She finds her rival and asks him about her elder sister's whereabouts, but he didn't know anything about the septuplets. It turned out that Big Sister had embezzled a sum of money that day. She gave it to the man they were supposed to be avoiding, Hartman. While they were wondering what happened, the rival suddenly took a bullet and fell to the ground. Once again, the killer came after them. The 3rd sister quickly fled to the roof of the building. With no way out, she decided to jump to the other side of the building. At the very moment she took off into the air, a man from the fertility bureau appeared on the other side. The 3 sisters were shot and fell to the ground floor. The 3 sisters saw what had just happened on the CCTV. They were devastated. Suddenly there was a knock at the door. Old 6 slowly opened the door. It was an investigator from the fertility bureau. I didn't expect the man to make an intimate gesture as soon as he entered. It turned out that one of the 7 sisters had been dating him. In order to investigate the clues, Old 6 went home with him. He had an ID bracelet attached to his hand. Old 5, who was hiding at home, remotely accessed the fertility bureau's surveillance system. She found his sister in a room where she was being held captive. Just then several assassins surrounded Lao Liu. They saw him being killed. The sisters saw their sister being killed on CCTV. Just in the nick of time, the killers fired 2 smoke bombs at them. Then the fertility board rushed in. The sisters made a quick getaway through the back door. Halfway there, the oldest suddenly turned around and went back. She transferred all the information to the 4th bracelet. Then she turned on the gas and died with the fertility bureau. After a loud bang, Lao Si's spirit had broken down. She found Big Sister's friend, thinking that he had betrayed Big Sister, but he didn't know anything about the 7 sisters. Knowing that Big Sister had been imprisoned, they joined forces to infiltrate the fertility bureau. The 4th was disguised as a disposed body, and that's when a twin girl was being put into cryo hibernation. To their surprise, flames erupted from the hibernation chamber. It turns out the fertility bureau's cryonics program was a big scam. All the children taken away had actually been vanquished. The men took out the cruel staff. Only when they arrived at the holding cell did they discover it was not Big Sister but second sister who had been imprisoned. The very next moment, the eldest sister appeared in front of Dr. Carmen. She had betrayed her sisters to save her own life, came and agreed to help her get rid of the other sisters. Then the 4th and the Big Sister finally met in the bathroom. She confronted her sister. How could she do this to her own sisters? She hated the other sisters for taking her life away from her, and so the 2 sisters fought. After an argument, the 4th shot and killed her sister. Then she changed into her sister's clothes. She came to Dr. Dr. Carmen's lecture. At the same time, the second sister sent a video of them burning the child, and posted it at Dr. Carmen's lecture. The public was made aware of his crime. All the people on the stage were shocked and horrified, and so Carmen's reputation was completely shattered. At the end of the story, the older sister spoke from the heart. She told her sister that she was pregnant. For the future of her child, she had to sacrifice the lives of her sisters. With the revelation of what happened to Carmen, the fertility system was abolished. The older sister's 2 children were successfully bred in the laboratory. They were successfully bred in the laboratory.